Welcome to At the Table,
where we are connecting entrepreneurs, discovering missions, and building communities with purpose, body, soul, mind, and business with
Charlie
and Heather with Free Time Solutions.
Hello and welcome to the table. I'm Charlie, your host, and this is another episode of the weekly reading. We're currently reading The Voice of Knowledge by Don Miguel Ruiz, and if you join us on Mindset Monday, we are also talking about Love People Use Things by the Minimalists, because the opposite never works. This is the last chapter of Don Miguel Ruiz's The Voice of Knowledge, which also means that for now, anyway, this is going to be the last weekly reading, but we are still continuing to read and learn and share with you our experiences on Mindset Monday and interviews on Fridays. So don't forget to check those out. And let's go ahead and get started. This week, we are in chapter 12 of The Voice of Knowledge. Chapter 12, The Tree of Life. The story comes full circle. I believe that every human is an angel with a message to deliver. I am an angel. Right now, I am delivering a message to you. You are also an angel. Perhaps you don't know it, but you're still an angel. Humans are always sharing opinions and delivering messages. Is this not true? We can hardly wait for our children to grow up so we could teach them what we know. We want to put all of those seeds in their little heads. What is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, and what is the message that we deliver to our own kids. Do what I say, but not what I do. Tell me the truth when I lie all the time. There are two kinds of angels who share truth and angels who share lies. The question is, what kind of angels are we? What kind of message do we deliver? When humans lived in paradise before knowledge, we were angels who shared truth. When we ate the fruit of the tree of knowledge and the fallen angel reproduced itself in our mind, we humans also became fallen angels. We are fallen angels because we deliver lies, even if we don't know that we are lying. The voice of the fallen angel is so loud that we cannot hear the other voice that is silent. What I call the voice of the spirit, our integrity, the voice of love. This silent voice is always there. Before we learned to speak, when we were 1 and 2 years old, we listened to this voice. When I was a child, I used to watch Walt Disney's Donald Duck cartoons. On one side of Donald Duck's head was an angel. On the other side of his head was a devil. And both were talking to him. Well, this is real. The storyteller is that little devil. You have a voice that is telling you why you are not good enough, why you don't deserve love, why you cannot trust, why you will never be great or beautiful or perfect. That voice is lying, and the only power that it has is the power that you give it. The voice of knowledge is loud. It is not silent. The voice of your spirit is silent because it doesn't need to talk to you. Your body doesn't need to know how to be perfect from your point of view because it is perfect. When you were born, you don't know what you are, not with words, but your body knows what it is, and it doesn't need to explain it with words. Just as your liver doesn't need to go to medical school to function with the rest of your body. It just knows what to do. There are other things that you just know. If you are a woman, you don't need to learn how to be a woman. You don't need to learn how to develop a fetus or how to deliver a baby. Just by nature, you are what you are. You don't need to learn to be what you are. This is silent knowledge. You just know. You can feel silent knowledge when you close your eyes. You can feel silent knowledge every time you breathe. You are an angel, and your life is your message. But what kind of angel do you want to be? You cannot serve two masters. You cannot share lies and share truth at the same time. Doesn't that make sense? Knowledge used to be the greatest tyrant in my life. I used to be a slave of knowledge, but knowledge no longer has power over me, and it doesn't have power over me because I no longer believe knowledge. I no longer accept that voice in my head telling me why nobody likes me, why I'm not worth it, why I'm not perfect. Now, knowledge is just a tool of communication in my pocket. What I know is wonderful because thanks to knowledge, I can talk to you and you can understand me. That is what I'm doing right now, communicating through knowledge. Everything I'm telling you is the expression of my art. In the same way that Picasso uses color to make a portrait, I use knowledge to make a portrait of what I see and feel. 3 or 4 thousand years ago, humans discovered that knowledge is contaminated by lies. If we clean all the lies from our knowledge, we will go back to the paradise that we lost. We will return to truth, to return to love, and reunite with God. Now we can see that the story of Adam and Eve is not just a fable, but a symbol that was created by a master who discovered the same thing that the Toltec discovered. The creator of this story obviously knew the truth, and the symbolism is so beautiful. Yes, the fallen angel who lived in the original tree of knowledge was reproduced in every human, and it's controlling people's lives even now. We are possessed, but there's no reason to be afraid. The big demon is merely a lie, and its lies haven't destroyed us yet. But they have done their best, but they have failed because we are more powerful than that fallen angel. We are only one living being, and we have been living in this world for thousands of years. Adam and Eve didn't die. They're here because we are here. You are Adam and you are Eve. And we are trying so hard to get back to the place we came from, paradise, the place of love and truth. You know that it's there because you have it in your memory. You were there when you were born, and during the first and second years of your life, you were physically there. Prophecies from many different philosophies of the world tell us that we are going back to that place of love. Some call it kingdom of heaven, others call it nirvana or the promised land. The Toltec call it the dream of the second attention. Every philosophy has a different name, but the meaning is the same. It's a place of joy and love. It is a place of unity, the unity of all our hearts. It is the reunion with life because we are the manifestation of the one living being that exists. The Toltec believe that one day common sense will rule the dream of humanity. When that happens, we will discover that everything and everybody is perfect. It will take time to fulfill the dreams of these prophets who knew what would happen. When they talked about a society of love and happiness, it's because they lived their lives that way and they knew that we are all the same. If one person can reach a place like that, everybody can do it. There are also prophets who talk about destruction and fear, but I believe that we, the humans, are evolving in the right direction. The only problem is that there are billions of us, and in order for an entire society to change, there has to be a great effort. But it's not impossible. Everything can change and everything will change. It just takes time. In the last century, we have witnessed rapid changes in science and technology. Psychology has stayed a little behind, but it will catch up. The world in our present day society is completely different from the society we lived in 40 or 50 years ago. There are fewer lies today than there were 800 years ago, just by seeing our evolution. I have faith that we will recover paradise. Just imagine waking up and finding yourself in Europe during the Middle Ages. You see people suffering because their lives are ruled by superstition. They live in constant fear because of the lies they believe. Do you think you could live your life the way you are living it now? I don't think so. Imagine that you are a woman wanting to tell everybody about the beliefs that rule your life right now. You can see that you don't fit in their dream. For you, their dream is a real nightmare. You want to tell the women that they don't need to suffer anymore, but they don't need to be abused. You want to tell them that they are humans too, that they have a soul, that they have the right to be happy, that they have the right to express themselves in life. How do you think everybody will judge you if you take these ideas to them? Surely they will say that you are evil, that you are possessed, that the devil is speaking through your mouth. How long do you think you would survive? Yes, not long, because they would burn you alive. If you think that our present society is hell, that society really was hell, for us, it is obvious that the social, moral, and religious rules of the time were based on lies, but for them, it was not that obvious. Perhaps the lies you believe about yourself are not so obvious to you, but you can see the result of what you believe. And what is the result? Well, how you live your life. When you believe the truth, the result is happiness, love, goodness. You feel good about yourself and you feel good about everything. If you're not, oh, excuse me. If you're not happy, it's because you believe in lies. That is the origin of all humans' conflict. All of our suffering comes from believing in lies. How can we stop all the human injustice, all the war, all the destruction of our Mother Earth? Well, by not believing in lies. It sounds very simple, but you can just imagine how complicated it is to rearrange the belief system in an entire country or all of humanity. Humans don't want their lies to be challenged because they are not in control of their mind. Who is controlling the human mind? Lies have total control of humanity. This is what you learn in any mystery school when you reach a certain level of preparation. It is something so simple, yet it is one of the highest revelations in any mystery school. The real enemy is lies, and this used to be top secret in most traditions because people believed that whoever knew this would have power over other people, and they might misuse the power. That was the excuse. But I think that those who understood the truth were probably afraid to share it. Why? Because the people who believed in lies would be frightened of the truth and burn them alive. In fact, that is what happened in many parts of the world. Then how will we recover the paradise we lost? The solution is simple. The truth will set us free. That is the whole key to going back to heaven. When you recover the truth, your truth, a miracle happens. You open your spiritual eyes and return to heaven. Heaven is the most beautiful story made with love. And guess who creates heaven? We create our own heaven. Heaven is a story, it is a dream that we as life can create. But for life to create heaven, the main character of the story needs to surrender to life and allow life to manifest without the lies. Heaven is here and it's available for everybody. Paradise is here, but we need to have the eyes to perceive it. This is exactly what Jesus and Buddha and Moses and Krishna promised so long ago. And all of the great masters in the world who created heaven in their own mind, they are all telling you that it's up to you. If they can do it, you can do it. And if you can do it, everybody can do it. The truth will set us free, but lies keep us in this reality. I don't know how long ago humans first understood this, but it's so simple that nobody wants to understand it. They want something more complicated than this because the storyteller works that way. If we don't believe in lies, we are already in the healing process. The Christian mystery school knew this, the Egyptians knew this, and the Toltec knew this, but it was difficult to put into words. Then they created legends such as the story of Adam and Eve. And that reminds me of the other half of the story of Adam and Eve. In paradise, there is another tree, and it is the tree of life or the tree of truth. The legend says that whomever eats the fruit of the tree of life, which is truth, will live forever in paradise because life is the eternal truth. The fruit of the tree of life is the message that comes directly from life or from God. Life is the only truth. It is the force that is creating all the time. When you see that force in yourself and when you put your faith in that force, you are truly alive. Now we can understand what Jesus meant when he said, I am life, and only through me can you reach heaven. He was not talking about the person Jesus, he was talking about being the tree of life. What he was trying to say is, I am the tree of life. Whoever eats my fruit will live with me in the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is a kingdom where everybody is a king. Isn't this the same thing we are saying here? You are the king in your own reality. You are responsible for your own dream of life. Jesus also said the kingdom of heaven is just like a wedding where you are the bride and truth, or God is the groom, and you live an eternal honeymoon. Isn't that beautiful? The truth cannot be explained with words, so Jesus tried to use a concept that everybody could understand. He compared the reality that we spoke of before to a honeymoon. When you are married to the truth, you live in an eternal honeymoon. In the honeymoon, everything in your life is about love. When you are in love, you see everything with the eyes of love. When you are making love all the time, everything is wonderful and beautiful, and you can grasp heaven. Now we can understand what Jesus meant when he spoke about forgiveness, about love, about heaven. He said, let the children come with me, because the ones who are like them can never enter the kingdom of heaven. When you are a child, before you have knowledge, which means before you eat all of the lies, you live in heaven. When you fall, it's because you are innocent. And when you recover that paradise, you become like a child again, but with a big difference. Now you are no longer innocent, you are wise. This gives you immunity. You cannot fall again. We can also say that you become wise when you finally eat the fruit of the tree of life. To eat the fruit of this tree is symbolic of illumination. Illumination is when you become light, but there are no words to describe this experience. That is why we have to use mythology in our imagination to grasp what it means. To really know what it is, we need to experience it to be there. The truth is the real you. It's your own integrity. Nobody can guide you to that place. Only you can take yourself there. You can change your own story, but it begins with you, the main character of your story. You can transform yourself from a messenger of lies, fear, and destruction to a messenger of truth, love, and creation. When you return to the truth, the way you express yourself in society is much better. Your communication improves, your creation is stronger and more powerful. In all directions, life as you know it changes for the better. You don't need to change the world, you need to change yourself. And you have to do it in your own way, because only you have the possibility of knowing yourself. It's obvious that you cannot change the world, at least not yet, because the world is prepared for the truth. You can only change yourself, but that is a big step. By returning to the truth, you take a big step for everybody else. If the gates of heaven are open and heaven is waiting for you, but if you don't enter heaven, it's because you believe that you are not worthy of heaven. You believe that you are not worthy of living in a place of truth, joy, and love. This is a lie, but if you believe it, that lie controls your story, and you cannot pass through the gates of heaven. The truth is not in the story. The truth is in the power that creates the story. The power is life. It is God. I discovered this long ago, and my hope is that you can understand what I'm saying. To really understand, it's not enough for your reasoning mind to say, oh, yes, it's true, it's logical. No, you need to understand with your heart. I really wish that you would take this into your heart, because it can change your whole life. Don't believe me with your head, but feel what I am saying with your heart. Focus your attention on what you feel, and what you will perceive is your own integrity speaking to you. What is truth, and a very powerful part of you can recognize truth. Believe your heart. Your life will become a masterpiece of art when the storyteller finally tells you only truth. When the voice of knowledge becomes the voice of integrity, You return to the truth. You return to heaven. You return to love, and the cycle is over. When this happens, you no longer believe your own storyteller or anybody else's storyteller. This is my story, and you don't have to believe my story either. It's up to you to believe it or not, but this is the way that I see the world. The moment when I perceived the infinite, I saw that there is only one living being in the universe. That one living being is God, and because everything and everybody is a manifestation of that one living being, everything and everybody will return to that source. There is nothing to fear anymore. We don't have to be afraid to die. There's only one force that exists, and when we die, everybody is going back to the same place. Even if we don't want to, even if we resist, we will return to that place because there is no other place to go. This is the greatest news for everybody. There's no need to be afraid that we will be condemned when we die. In the moment of our death, I'm going back to God. You're going back to God. Everybody is going back to God, and that's it. And it's not about being good enough for God. God doesn't care if we are good enough. God just loves us. Our life is a story. Our life is a dream. The kingdom of heaven is in our mind, and it's just a choice to return to our authentic self, to live our life in love and in truth. There's no reason for our life to be controlled by fear and lies. If we recover the control of our story, that gives us the freedom to create our life as beautifully as we can, as an artist of the spirit. Once we know that everybody is returning to God, which is truth, then believing in lies is just nonsense. The lies in our story are not important. What is important is to enjoy our time in this reality, to live in happiness while we are alive. The question is, what are you going to do with your story? My choice is to write my story with truth and with love. What's yours? Points to ponder. The voice of the fallen angel, excuse me. Points to ponder. The voice of the fallen angel is so loud that we cannot hear the voice of our spirit, our integrity, our love. This silent voice is always there, before we learn to speak. When we were 1 and 2 years old, we listened to this voice. When you are born, you don't know what you are, but your body knows what it is, and it knows what to do. This is silent knowledge. You can feel silent knowledge every time you breathe. You're an angel, and your life is your message. You can be a messenger of lies, fear, and destruction, or a messenger of truth, love, and creation, but you cannot deliver lies and truth at the same time. Heaven is a story that we can create when we surrender to life and allow life to manifest without lies. Heaven is here and it's available for everybody, but we need to have the eyes to perceive it. The fruit of the tree of life is life. It is truth. Life is the only truth. It is the force that is creating all the time. When you see this force in yourself and you put your faith in this force, you are truly alive. The truth is not the story. The truth is in the power that creates the story. The truth is the real you. It's your own integrity. Nobody can guide you to that place. Only you can take yourself there. When the voice of knowledge becomes the voice of integrity, you return to the truth. You return to love. When the voice of knowledge becomes the voice of integrity, you return to the truth, you return to love, you return to heaven, and live in happiness again. Thank you again for joining us for this week's weekly reading. We just finished up The Voice of Knowledge by Don Miguel Ruiz, which is our last weekly reading of the year. That is going to be recorded, and please continue to follow along with us on Mindset Monday as we continue to learn and grow together. We'll see you then. Namaste.
As entrepreneurs, we have a unique opportunity to make a positive impact in the world around us. In a time when the world is shifting towards supporting local businesses and embracing community-driven initiatives, it becomes even more important for us to give where our heart leads us. At the table, we believe in the power of giving back, and that's why we have our cause of the quarter. This quarter, we are proud to support Perfect Pals, a local organization dedicated to rescuing and providing care for stray cats in our community. By supporting local causes like Perfect Pals, we not only make a difference in the lives of those in need, but we also contribute to the growth and well-being of our local community. We believe in small acts of kindness, and they can create a ripple effect of positivity, inspiring others to do the same. As we shift our focus solely from supporting large corporations to championing local businesses and giving back, we not only strengthen our community, but we also foster a sense of connection and unity. Together, we can create a thriving ecosystem where everyone can flourish. So let's follow our hearts and give where it truly matters. Join in supporting Perfect Pals and making a difference in the lives of these furry companions. Together we can make our community a better place, one act of kindness at a time. Thank you for being part of our journey and for embracing the spirit of giving. Together, let's create a brighter future for all. Are you tired of juggling endless tasks, struggling to find time for what truly matters? We have the solution for you. Introducing Free Time Solutions, your ultimate partner in reclaiming your time and maximizing your potential. At Free Time Solutions, we specialize in helping businesses like yours thrive in a digital world. From social media management to website optimization and branding, we have the expertise to elevate your online presence and streamline your operations. Imagine having time to focus on what you love to do while we take care of your business. With our dedicated team of experts and innovative solutions, we leave you free to pursue your passions and achieve your goals. Whether you are a small business owner, entrepreneur, freelancer, we offer comprehensive services tailored to your needs. Our goal is simple: to give you back time, freedom to do what you do best while we handle the rest. So join us at the table and let Free Time Solution empower you to take control of your time and unlock your full potential. Visit our website at www.yourfreetimeback.com. That's www.yourfreetimeback.com to learn more and schedule your consultation today. Free Time Solutions, your partner in success. Let's make the most of your free time together. Thank you for joining us at the table. Stay tuned for weekly readings on Sunday, Mindset Monday, discussing our weekly readings on Monday, and on Friday, our interview and potentially guest hosts. Stay tuned.
Thank you for joining in on the fun. Be sure to like and subscribe for more.